Greetings, Ben Murray here with another edition of SaaS Metrics School. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. So today, talking about are your VCs checked out? And this is coming from a recent post by SaaStr, which I thought was really interesting. That if your VCs are checking out right now, what can you do about it? Of course, Jason Lemkin says, well, top tier VCs should not be checking out. They should be working with you and crafting a plan to get out of these tough times, or maybe things. Well, it's probably as tough times if they're checking out. So, what if your VCs or investors are checking out and now you need that plan to move forward? And I'm guessing we'll just assume in this scenario that things are a little bit tough. Maybe cash runway isn't as long as we want. The financial metrics aren't there. The cash flow isn't there. The profitability isn't there. So, what do we do in this case? Because we don't want to be left alone in these situations, or maybe we do, and maybe we just want to operate up ourselves. But really, in these cases, we need to set our own financial roadmap. It's so important to understand in a SaaS business what's working and what's not working. If we don't know that, we are running financially blind. We don't know where to focus as an operator, as a founder in this business. So we have to have some financial transparency so we can focus where to focus, where are the fire drills, what's working, and so that's why it's so important that we have those fundamentals in place with our SaaS business so we can set that roadmap. So, a big thing with this is forecasting. Forecasting is so important. So, we have at least our best guess of what's going to happen coming up over the next few months, 6 months, 12 months, so we can make proactive decisions. Really important that we have a forecasting process within our SaaS business, whether we're small, several million in ARR. Of course, if we're above 10 million, absolutely, we should be forecasting. Big believer in forecast. Now, one thing that can help is implementing the right metrics at the right stage. And in the show notes, I'll put in a link for my 5-pillar SaaS metrics framework. And that acts as a financial roadmap, a discovery process to understand what metrics you should be calculating for your business to also help to understand those levers. Again, what's working, what's not working in your business so you can focus. And, a couple key financial metrics that we want to look at before we really dive into all the metrics in the framework. One is understanding your overall gross profit. Where does that stand? Because if you have a low gross profit, say in the 50s or 60s, that is a huge financial hurdle to overcome if you're trying to extend your cash runway, if you're trying to get cash flow break even. Low gross profit is a huge hurdle. And then you need to focus on your COGS area, tech support, customer success if they don't sell, services if you have onboarding, and DevOps. So what's going on in that area? Why is COGS so high that's producing low gross profit that then pressures our cash flow? And then your OpEx profile. How much are you spending in R&D, sales and marketing, and G&A as a percentage revenue? Is that in line with your stage of your business? Have you overinvested and now need to pull back those investments, maybe reallocate that capital elsewhere, or just pull back in general to get things in line? Because we have to make sure the entity survives. And those are a couple key things. Before you even get to those SaaS metrics, is looking at gross profit, margins by revenue stream. So which revenue streams are producing the most profit? Again, where should we focus? That really helps with, again, your financial focus in the revenue and COGS area. And then your OpEx profile. Is that in line? Have we overinvested? We need to pull back so we can improve our cash runway. So again, if things are a little bit tough, check out my 5-pillar SaaS metric framework, put some forecasting in place, and then look at what's working, what's not working in your business so you can laser focus in that area. Because even as a SaaS CFO, say if I'm working with a business with 55% gross profit and a couple revenue streams, I still don't know yet what is out of line. Now, usually I can now kind of look at those P&Ls and kind of figure it out, but we've got to dive into that. And especially if you have COGS just bucketed together, we've got to break that out by department. Otherwise, again, we've got to understand those levers that we can pull, what we can pull back on to improve our financial roadmap. So a little bit, just I thought it was an interesting post by SaaStr about VCs checking out. And now if you are left alone, now what should we do?